Hi guys, this is Chris from CSG Succulents. We decided to start a YouTube channel because you guys ask a lot of questions through Instagram and Facebook, and it's hard to address everybody, so we figured this is the best way to get ourselves out there and let you see what we do and how we do it. So today it only seems right to start our first video with where we started. I started by making these boxes out of repurposed pallet wood, and just kind of nailing them together and leaving the nails and the branding on there, and it's because it adds to character. And so here we go. This is what they're gonna look like when we're done, like this, that. So obviously we want to start with the box. So we got our box. I went ahead and picked out a few of my favorite succulents. So here's some. I'll kind of go through them as I plant them, tell you about them, what the names are, and all that good stuff. So we always try to throw in a little cactus into our box because it just goes with rustic, so it kind of just makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and start. I got some soil here that I'm going to fill up the box with. So boring part. One little. So what I like to do is, as you can see here, is I fill up the box completely, all with the soil. Even though I already have soil in all the succulents already, I like to just push it down, pack it down, and get it nice, ready for some new plants. Here we go. So we're gonna start. I like to kind of start with a big one, and usually Echeverria, and this guy right here, it's really pretty. It turns purple. It gets purple when it gets more sun, and it's really hardy. So the way I get them out of each pot is I kind of work the pot around just a little bit like this and get the soil nice and loose, and then I just very gently grab it, just like that, toss that aside, go over to where my soil is, and I just kind of get rid of the extra soil, you know. So get dead leaves out of the way. Everything. This one's pretty good to ready to go. So I start from a corner. I like to start in a corner and just kind of push it in there, get it all the way up against the wall very gently, and then I pack in the soil all around it. So that's why I like to have a lot of soil to start with, because it gives me a lot to work with. And it's very windy today in Southern California, which is kind of weird for us, as I say that right on time. Mother Nature talking to us. So hopefully that doesn't mess up the quality of the video, and you guys can hear everything just fine. So here we got that in there. Now I go with something to kind of like offset that, something to kind of make it stand out, something smaller. So these guys are awesome. They're tom stems, and they're the cutest things ever, and they grow really good. So same deal, take that out, break it up just a little bit around the soil. Let's get new stuff, so it's not a big deal. And then I just kind of get a little hole going to get it started. So we got all this extra soil, so I'm not trying to disturb the succulent too much. And I just kind of tuck that in like that. I don't know if you guys can see that good like that. Just kind of hold it in there. And then again, I pack the soil right up tight, nice and tight, firm, so the succulent really doesn't have anywhere to move while I'm putting all this stuff in. I don't know what you guys like to do. Sometimes, you know, some people like to just kind of pick their favorite succulents and 2 or 3 and just put them in there and then watch them kind of grow. That's one of our questions that a lot of people are asking, is how do you pack them so tight, and are they okay like that? Will they not grow? Will they one take over the other? You know, and basically, just to kind of give you an idea, this box is about, when I planted this box, it's probably about a couple months old. Different succulents vary. You know, the peas obviously will continue to cascade down, but when you put succulents this close, sometimes what happens is they get root rot, and so the roots only can go so far, so the succulent will only grow so big. As you heard, when you plant a succulent, you got it in like a 4-inch pot, and you put it in a 6-inch, it'll grow to that pot. You put it in an 8-inch, it'll grow to that pot. Most of them do that. Most Echeverias that we have a lot of only grow so big, 6 to 8 inches. So when we put them all pushed together, they pretty much kind of stayed the same size, to be honest. That's, a lot of people are worried about that. So we're gonna go ahead and grab another one. This is another one of our favorites. They're good for clusters. It's called the Echeverria Mini Mod. And again, they just grow a lot. So I'll break this up again. And these ones are a little bit more sensitive. The leaves kind of fall off a little bit. So you got to be a little bit more careful. It's got lots of pups. I don't know if you could see that underneath there. And that's just what it does. It just continues to grow, and it'll basically grow into like a giant patch of them if you let it. So let's see. I'm gonna put this guy. I don't know. Let's put him in this corner. So also when I'm doing this, I'm also looking at the colors and just trying to balance it out to where you don't have too much of green, too much of blue, or you got to kind of keep the balance. That's kind of the trick, and make it look really pretty and good variety. So also, just a little side note, all these succulents that we're using today, you can get them on our website at www.csgsucculents.com, and yeah, everything's there. We have a huge selection. So also, if there's something that you're looking for and we don't have it, don't feel afraid to contact us. Just let us know and we could probably get it for you. So all right, so what do we want to grab next? Not sure. So you know what, let's go with this guy. This is Echeverria Neon Breaker. These are very, very colorful. So I'm getting all the soil out just like that. So this one's got a few dead leaves on the bottom. No big deal. Just take those off, get them out of there. So the plant can grow its best when it's not worried about dead leaves on it or anything. At least that's what I think. So some more right here. Also, sometimes you can get, these aren't really good leaves, but sometimes you can get really good leaves. You can use it for propagation, and we'll show more videos in the future about propagation and how to water your leaves and how to come off the stem and yeah, basically make new succulents. So this guy, I don't know, I think I'm gonna put him right here. He's got a nice bright vibrant color, so he kind of needs a little his own stage. So he's gonna go in this corner. Again, pushing this dirt right up against it. So what I've got here is a little extra dirt, I like to keep it full, so I have plenty of soil to work with. So I'm just going to grab another handful of nice soil and just kind of fill it in. So this thing has a lot of soil in it by the end of it. Let's see. I'm kind of feeling these baby peas, baby pearls, string of pearls. They look like peas, but they're string of pearls. They're really pretty. Also, these guys don't necessarily like full direct sun all over, like all day. They do better if they kind of have like a little bit of sun, maybe some morning sun or afternoon sun. If they get full sun, they will get burned. And I had a hard time with these in the beginning, trying to figure out exactly what they liked. And they seem to thrive when they're almost in shade a lot of the day. So get these guys out very carefully. So I'm grabbing it around the base of that, if you guys can see that, and I'm just I kind of squeeze it a little bit and just get all that extra dirt out, because these just line up better when they don't have as much dirt on the bottom of them. So here you go. I don't know if you could see that good, but there's the roots, just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna rotate this box so you guys can kind of see what I got. I'm gonna place them right there. So I'm gonna face it towards me, put them there, and I'll turn it around and show you guys if you can see. So you gotta push them on the base. So I squish them in there on the base and then just kind of let them go. So yeah, so here we go. Just kind of clean it up a little bit. And yeah, so it's kind of sloppy right now as far as roots and dirt and soil everywhere. At the end, you kind of clean it up, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So here's the box. That's the peas going on right there. Really like this combo. how everything's just kind of coming together. That's what's fun about these boxes, is they kind of just take on a life of their own. Every one that we do is just unique, and it's kind of neat. I never really know how they're going to end up. They just take over. So I'm filling this cactus right now, because I'm going to put this cactus right in the middle. This guy is actually about to bloom, and if you could see, I'll try to do a close-up of this, but we got some flowers in here that are gonna come up in the next probably couple months. People ask, how do you handle cactus? That is a good question. My wife likes to take scissors on the bottom of them and kind of pick them up like that, and that works. I also like to kind of get an old container. Let me get one that I threw on the ground. And what I do is, you saw me there kind of loosening up the soil, get it all loose so I can just kind of pluck it out. So I take an old container, put it right over that, and then just pinch it. And do this over the bucket so I don't lose a lot of soil. And then there you go. You got it just like that. So you're gonna get poked. It's inevitable. Trick is try not to get as poked as much, I guess. Seems like the cactus always get me at least once before I'm done with them. So I'm gonna kind of make a little hole in here where I can basically, that's the size of where it's gonna go. So I'm kind of just using my fingers, and again, I toss that thing, but kind of just it, so you don't have to touch it. I'm gonna get it just like that. Got a little dirt on there. You notice I am touching it, but this is the kind of one that it only hurts if you push hard or get stuck with the needle. I can kind of like put my fingers on it, like see, it kind of got me right there. So, and the same thing goes with that. Use this again to kind of balance it out where I want, and I'm packing the dirt around in the area where, or how I want it to sit up. I don't want it to be crooked. I want it to be going straight up. So, yeah, that's good for now. So kind of just give it a little bit more soil right there. Okay, so that's that. Now, I need a little filler. So I'm looking at some of the gaps that I have here. I got a gap right there. And like I said before, I like to stuff them full. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to put there. I think maybe we could go with these donkey tails. You guys familiar with these? They're very popular. They're very fragile. If you just barely touch one of them, they fall off. So you got to be kind of tricky and very careful when you're dealing with these guys. So, but they cascade. Obviously, you guys probably seen them if you look at them up, and they're one of our favorites. So I'm gonna very carefully just grab this whole thing, taking it out just like that, right? Get rid of that. Same thing as I did with the peas. I'm gonna kind of grab it just around there like a base, just like that. This guy's got some good roots, so I don't want to destroy too much of it as far as the roots and getting the dirt off of it. This is gonna be a little bit difficult to get in there. So that's a spot that I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my room, and hopefully this fits in there. We're gonna make it fit. So, all right, so I'm gonna go around here and dropping it in very carefully, making room for it as we go. And neon breaker. This. Like I said, they're fragile, but when they're compact like this, you kind of can push on them a little bit, but you gotta be careful. Just blowing some of the dirt off. All right, that worked. I like how that came out. So the thyme stems are kind of getting hidden back in here, so I'm just gonna kind of tuck them back out, put them in there, good to go. So we're about 3/4 of the way done, but this is the hardest part, is at the end, because you're trying to make it all fit in there. So I'll give you a little view right here. That's what we got so far. So we got this last little corner to fill, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's see. I'm gonna grab a different succulent, because right now I've got this purple, and for me, this purple's a little too close to the, this is a dusty rose, Echeverria. It's a little too purple next to the neon breaker, and that's kind of where I wanna go next. So I'm gonna go with something else, and I don't have another Echeverria here, so I'm gonna go grab one. Okay, so I grabbed two more, and this one is Echeverria Lime and Chili. Super, super pretty. And this one right here is about to bloom. A couple blooms, if you can see in there. So, and this one is an Echeverria Succulents. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Both of those, you can see. And we're gonna start with the lime and chili. Just because it kind of matches with the donkey tails. I think it'll be a good balance. Here we go, just getting off, see dead leaves, just getting them off. And that's it. All right, so I'm kind of turn this towards you guys because this is, I can do this backwards or whatever. I'm gonna put them right here. There's a little knot in the wood, so that's kind of cool. You can see it right there. Perfect spot for a succulent just to fit right in. So that's where we're gonna put her. So there's that. That was easy. See how easy that kind of just fit, because it just fit right into the grooves, hanging out the box a little bit, but packing in the dirt. So we could do this. Let's do this. These right here, Jade Necklace, another popular one. They're super cute, super tiny. They can get taller. I've never really seen them much bigger than this. So, but they're good as a filler. So what I'm gonna do is put this guy right alongside of the cactus. So these are easy to take out. If you just kind of squeeze them, grab them by the tops, that's it. And they're out. The dirt. And since these kind of grow like individually, and by that I mean, you know, they're separate. There's 3, there's like 4. I can kind of manipulate them where I want. So I'm gonna set these 3 down right here and get a little bit of room right here. And you know what? I'm gonna stop for just 1 second because there is a tool that I like to use, and I think that you guys would benefit from knowing what tool it is. And it's so simple. So let me go grab that real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. It's a paintbrush. So I really like this paintbrush because it's got a tapered edge right here. And the paintbrush, so for example, for the paintbrush we could use is to get the dirt off the cactus that's right here and it's been bugging me. Just kind of brush it off just like that. So not gonna harm anything. You can get in there, you can even get in there with your Echeverias, you know, that have that film on them. You know, the paintbrush isn't gonna harm them. So right now I'm gonna use a paintbrush. I'm gonna kind of work in here so I don't have to get too close to the cactus and not get poked. Here, as you can see there, Jade necklaces, and I'm going to put them right in there, just like that. Oh yeah, I like how those look. That was a good decision. Okay, so these look good, and I think I'm going to hang on to these 3 because maybe I get a little spot in down the line that I might want to put them into. So I'm looking at this right now. We've got kind of a big area. We need another Echeverria to go in there. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes when we're getting close like this, I like to kind of match them up and see which one kind of just looks better in that spot. So I think we're gonna go with this guy. And same deal, grab it by the base, there. And we're getting all this stuff off. And I just noticed in here, really small, tiny, tiny, tiny. We try to propagate everything. So what I'll do is I'll set this aside and stick it in our propagation station, and hopefully he'll be big like his mom one day. So, these guys get a lot of dead leaves. Just grab the dead leaves on the bottom, just pinch, pull them off. So you guys can kind of see right there how that is. Just make a nice little hole for it right there, just like that. Boom. Wow, that looks really good, that color combo right there. I'm really liking that. So I'm going to take these other 3, actually 4, there's 4 of these jade necklaces, and I'm going to put them right here in between the cactus and the subcilius. Oh, there they go. This guy doesn't want to cooperate, so we're going to put him over here. Just like that. Just like that. Got a little open spot here, and that can't work, so notice I used the paintbrush. Get close to that cactus without getting poked. Okay, so now you think we're getting really close to the end. I'll put one more big one in there, but I like to fill every gap, so you'll see how it kind of comes to life. Now we got a few other ones right here. Alpine Glow, the Dusty Rose, told ya, and Priscilla, variegated perforata, super pretty pink. This guy's going in there for sure, so I think I'm going to tuck that guy right up next to the cactus. And I'm going to use my paintbrush, the end of the taper, and make a little hole right in there. There we go. Oh, that pink was a good decision. Really pretty. I'm liking that. Okay. So, this is where I kind of look around, check everything out, see how things are looking. We're getting close. Got one more big spot. You kind of see right here. If I turn it towards you, I don't know if you guys can capture that, but that's our spot that we still need to fill. So you can see how it's coming together like these ones. So I want to use these ones, but I'm not sure which ones. These are really cool, and these are cool. I showed you those already. You got these, the cactus. So I don't know. This is like these, and I kind of line them up and see. That would look really cool there. Not sold on it yet. Purple. I'm not sold on that one either. Maybe these two together right there. Yeah, that's the ones we're choosing. So right here, this is a grape toe sedum, California sunset. Really popular, really bright, vibrant colors. And this one is a Sedum tralicia, or Lisi. Not sure if I could pronounce all the names right, I'd be a happy guy, but I'm sure I'm butchering them. So here we go, and get this guy, make a little spot for him, right there, just like that. We're just gonna kind of set these in. These are kind of delicate too, so you want to be real careful with them. The leaves break off really easy. Kind of got a little snafu right here. I'm just kind of push the dirt down underneath and around it, so they sit in there good. You know, I don't want them to fall out, obviously. So, and I did break one leaf off right here. That's okay, because we can propagate it. So let's get some of this dirt so I can kind of get a better idea of how it's coming together. Kind of get those in there, smush them in there, smush them. So that's going to work out perfect, I think. So we got the California sunset, which is left. So what I'm going to do is just make a little spot for that. I can kind of move it towards you guys so you can see that. Put it right there, and I think it's going to work out perfect. I'm just going to set very gently right in there. That's it. So now I'm just going to kind of clean it up just a little bit. I use my paintbrush and the tip and just kind of go around, and you'll see what I mean. So right here, we got a little bit of the soil right here. I'm just gonna close my eyes and blow it off. And this thing's pretty clean already. So here you go. Here's the final product. I think that's it. So maybe a little bit, the paintbrush I can use right here to kind of tuck some of that dirt in, but I'm just gonna leave those because the peas are kind of sensitive anyway, so they'll fill in regardless. So here it is, guys. This is the final product. All right, so here it is. We got the neon breaker. We got the lime and chili, Echeverias, subcilius, Echeverria, the Sedum, Trocelia, California sunset Sedum, Echeverria Mini Mod, string of pearls, Chrysalis, both of these. These are the Tom Stumps. Those are the Jade Necklaces, and the Lilac Mist, Echeverria, the Donkey Tails, and yeah, that's it, you guys. And the cactus, can't forget that guy. So, and that's it, guys. All right, guys, well, that's it. That's our finished product. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to link below. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our channel. We're also on Facebook. If you have any questions or comments and things that you want to see us do, feel free to comment below, and we'll see if we can incorporate those. Thank you so much, guys. Have a beautiful day.